Hey there, everyone. Welcome into the Ben Maynard program. Thanks for being here. You know what it is. It's Friday night and we're live. Yes, we are live right here on YouTube. So thanks for joining in. Before we get started, a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. For starters, this program is always available on multiple podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. Or if you just search the Ben Maynard program, you'll see multiple options to choose from. I want to steer everybody towards Buzzsprout because that's where my website is. Choose your option and go with it. Or if you can't resist all of this right here and you're watching on YouTube, then please subscribe to the channel. And if you got to hit that notification bell, then do so, please. Give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. You know, I love comments and I always reply to your comments. Yeah. So last but not least, follow me on Instagram, simply Ben Maynard Program, all one word. With that, there are plenty of ways to take in this show for your dancing and listening pleasure. And with that, once again, it is Friday night. We are live, and you can see right across the bottom of the screen if you're watching on YouTube that, yes, in fact, it's Friday Night Live. So let me do a little something right here and change this. Let's get the number for the show. So if you want to call in, the number's right there bottom across the bottom of the screen, 909-268-5135. Yeah, call in. Yeah. Because why do we want phone calls? Because we have the Malort Challenge. Yes, the usual Friday Night Live stuff. We have the Malort Challenge tonight. So anyone who calls in, I have to take a drink of this fabulous Malort liqueur. Yes, it's beautiful, of course. The worst tasting liquor ever. So call in. I got to take a shot. And with that, I'll also drop one of these nice Bean Boozled beans. Yeah, I'll drop one of those into the shot glass and there we go. And yes, speaking of shot glasses, look, there it is right there. My Mr. Spock shot glass hasn't left the studio in months. You should see the bottom of this glass. Seriously, it's something else. Oh yeah, it is something else. It's not pretty looking. And what else we got? We got Stump the Chump. Again, call in with your music trivia. If you stump me, got to take a drink of that. Yeah. It's not a drinking show. I'm not looking to get tanked, but I am looking to encourage participation from you, the audience. Yeah. So call in. Call in. You can send a text. I was a little bit late. I think once this thing gets started, if you go and watch the playback on this, you'll see that probably got started about a minute late or so, and I was on the phone. I was fielding text messages and that kind of stuff. So good stuff. Anyway, apologize for being late. If you were just like sitting right there, you know, tapping your watch, saying, "Hey, come on, Maynard, let's go. It's late. It's 7 o'clock." So Malort Challenge. Stump the Chump. It's Friday night. We're live. There's the number. Call in. Okay. To recap. Yeah, let's recap. Let's go back. Let's go back to last week. Last time we were in studio here, my buddy Matt was in. Yeah. And that was, gosh, it was, you know what? I feel so bad. I feel so terrible because it was such a great show. It was such great conversation that we had, and yet the audio on this was terrible. Now I've corrected it, so I'm sounding much better today than I did last week. Fix the problem, and away we go. But it was just so frustrating. I can't describe to you how frustrating it was. And going through the entire show when Matt was here, knowing that it wasn't going to sound great. And I'm glad I made mention it to everyone. so that at least you were like, hey, what's the matter with these guys? Don't they know it sounds horrible? Yeah, I knew it sounded terrible. Um, but once you once I promote this thing and get it out there, I'm not going to back down. I'm not going to cancel unless something horrible absolutely happens. But we're going with it. And I told you from the beginning, people, this show goes out warts and all. Now, going back to that, it was just such a great conversation with Matt, and it was fun to share some of the stories that we had. He's just such a great friend and has been for many many years, as you know if you were watching live or listening. Let me look up something here. Let's see. Yeah, isn't this great? I'm going on my iPad here as we're going live on the air. But that's all right. You're watching. You see what I'm doing. You know what's going on. Let me look something up here. I got where's that episode? There it is. I'm gonna look it up because I got a couple of comments, so I wanted to read them. Whoops. Now I'm showing it. All right. So this was cool. The let me go to there. This was so cool. Um, this came in. I think I got it on Saturday morning or Sunday morning. I don't recall. And it's from Mary, Matt's sister, his younger sister, and she says very entertaining. She's got the little hands clapping, the emoji. She says, I'm so proud of my brother Matthew and the goals he has achieved throughout his life. That was really fun to watch. I enjoyed hearing about the recordings you guys did as teenagers. Maybe you can share a snippet or two from them the next time you two get together on your podcast. Thanks again and keep up the good work, Ben. Have a great week ahead of you. So, yeah. Um, it was. I replied to Mary. I told you, you leave a comment, I'm going to reply. And I just said, thanks, Mary. I'm really happy you liked it. Sorry for the poor audio quality on this episode, but I've already fixed it. So the next time we will be much better. Yes, we certainly will. And that was great. And yeah, that was just a ton of fun. And we got to celebrate National Donut Day, so I got to eat my Krispy Kremes. All good stuff. Yeah. Um, so let's see here. Let me go to, okay, we got nothing going on yet. Nothing in the comments. Come on, chickens. Let's go. Um, so let me share this one with you. Tonight, this is episode number 50. Yeah, 50. I can't believe it. I can't believe that there are 49 previous episodes of the Ben Maynard program, but there are. So after tonight, we'll have a library of 50 episodes. I love it. I'm so happy about that. And like I said, I can't believe it. Been doing this show now for about 8.5 months or so, almost 9 months, and we have 50 episodes in the can. It's just great. I'm loving doing this. I'm loving spending time with you guys. And I got an itch right there. I got to scratch it. Yeah. I'm loving spending time with you. I love putting stuff together for you guys. I hope that you enjoy the content that I bring. I look, I know people are going to think, oh, maybe I'm big-headed, big ego, full of myself, whatever it is. But I believe that I bring good content. I've said it before, the production the production on this show is not necessarily the best. Sometimes it sounds crappy, sometimes it even looks crappy. But the one thing that I feel is consistent, it's always the content. Because I believe that the content has to be important. It doesn't have to be the most serious, but it still has to be good and it has to be entertaining and it has to be something that people want to watch or people want to listen to and people want to engage with. Yeah. Yeah. So episode number 50. Now, where's my cake? I should have a cake. I should have streamers and balloons in the studio. Where's my cake? Are you kidding? This is a monumental occasion. Episode 50. Come on, this is a huge achievement. Some podcasts don't even get out 50 episodes and they're done. Some, I've seen it. I've looked them up. No knock on them because they probably have good stuff. But for one reason or another, they either give up or, get bored, whatever it might be. I don't know. But come on, 50. Where's my cake? I want cake. I want balloons. I want dancing girls. Let's go. I don't think it's going to happen. Oh, well, sucks for me, right? So hey, did you notice? Did you notice, people? Look, I'll stand up here so you can, let me pick this. I'll stand up here so you can see. Check it out. I'm going to shut up for a moment. Yeah. There it is. My Malort t-shirt. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's right. So not only am I drinking that nasty stuff, but I'm promoting it too. It's a good t-shirt. I like it. Yeah, it's nice. I think they have a couple other styles too, so I may invest some money for another Malort t-shirt. Yeah, just to wear here in studio. It's got to be a different shirt every episode. Got to be something, I can't be repeating. But good stuff. So I hope you've all had a great week. Look, this is Friday night. Again, we're live, date night with me. Guys, girls, whatever. Come spend some time with me, an hour and 5 minutes, whatever it is, Spend some time here with the Ben Maynard program. Tell your lovely spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, tell them you're gonna put off dinner, put off the movie, whatever it is you have going on for an hour. Come on, it's 1 hour. That's it. Yeah, 1 hour date night with Ben Maynard. What else we got? Let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, I got to look down. Oh, so I think this happened right here on last week's show. I was talking about upcoming guests, and we're on the air. We're on the air, and pardon me, I got a text message right when we were on the air, and it was from one of my guests. It was from Adam Holland. And we're not going to get too much into it because it's happening. Now, he did have to postpone. We were supposed to record that show this past Tuesday. But, look, in all transparency, he's in New York. So we all know that's a 3-hour time difference. So we have to work some things out, my work schedule, those kind of things. But it looks like it's going to happen next week. I'll double check with him. And we should be able to make it happen. I'm hoping Thursday of next week, and get that recorded and move on. Yeah, and I'm so looking forward to it. And you'll understand why when you see that show, when you see that episode. Yeah. Him and I, we've spoken on the phone a couple times, and I'll tell you, it just seems like such a cool guy. Such a cool guy. And so yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We're gonna have some fun on that one. And then next Saturday, that's the 22nd. Be looking for this one also. I totally butchered her name just because I'm an idiot. That's all. And I've got an interview with a true crime author. Her name is Pepper Ann. And she's going to come on, and we're going to talk about her story. We're going to talk about the book that she wrote. She just released it just a short while ago. So we're going to talk about her book and her story. She's in Texas, so a 2 hour time difference, and it's going to be a ton of fun. Her and I, we've spoken on the phone a couple of times. We've texted one another, just staying in touch, just making sure we've got things lined up and we're good. And she's just such a sweet woman. Oh my gosh, she's just such a sweet woman. Maybe it's because she lives in Texas. I don't know, but very, very sweet. And I can't wait. So for all of you true crime enthusiasts out there, you're going to want to tune into this one. It's really going to be good. And I'll tell you, I'm shocked. I truly am. I'm surprised that what I've had a lot of inquiries about coming on the program, and so much so it's almost overwhelming. And I don't mean to pat myself on the back or anything like that. That's not why I'm saying this. I'm saying it because I told Catherine that I feel like I'm scared to just go and just say, hey, yep, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. um, Not because I'm scared to talk to anyone or have someone on the program, but I think you guys have a gist of my work schedule and how tough it is, and the hours that I put in. I put in like I think I put in almost 60 hours this week, and I didn't work today. I took today off. Okay, so that was Monday through Thursday, and I put in almost 60 hours. So just crazy stuff. And so when I go and I'm going to try to book a guest, I got to make sure that I'm going to be available. So um, yeah, I think I'm going to try to look at that a little closer, start getting in touch with these people, and kind of just lay it out, explain it to them, what's going on. And then, because, there's nothing worse than when you send an email to someone or you send a text message to someone and you hear nothing back. Just nothing. It can be frustrating. And I don't want to leave these people um, in that same situation. You know, I want to get back to them and let them know, hey, got your message, got your inquiry, love it, thanks. Let's work it out. May not be in a week, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever, but let's start getting it on the calendar. And I've got a calendar here in the studio, so I can just go ahead and start jotting things down. That's how I try to keep track of what's going on with the program. So that's it. I'm like I said, I was just I don't know. I was just shocked, really, that I had so many inquiries. It's embarrassing. I don't even want to tell you how many inquiries I've had about coming on the program. Some of them are completely are just no, it's never going to happen. Um, but there's some of them. It's like, wow, yeah, this would be a great person to have on. And really it is just the number. So this little old tiny podcast here that's got a whole 89 subscribers on YouTube, and you know, I feel blessed when I get 100 views on a video and that kind of thing. It is a tiny podcast. It does have a lot of reach because it has reached a lot of people. I've told you before, we're not going to get into a state of the podcast tonight, but I've told you before that this show is on 6 of 7 continents in the world, all the way around the world. The only continent that this show has no listeners is on Antarctica. What's up, penguins? Come on. But yeah, so it is a little podcast. It's no big deal. I spend money to put this thing together. I don't make any money. I don't have sponsorships and and that kind of stuff. No, I don't have a contract with Spotify or anyone else. No one's paying me for this. I do it for the love of it. I do it to try to bring some entertainment. I do this to try to bring um I guess, a podcast to an audience that when I look back and I say, okay, you know, what do I want to hear when I'm listening to a podcast or I'm listening to the radio? When you turn on the radio and, if you're a radio lover like I am, if you're a music lover like I am, you know that radio is not what it used to be. And you turn the radio on and you hear the same 100 songs over and over and over again, no matter what the format is. um, it leaves you saying to yourself, gosh, if I could do something, if I could do this, if I had my own radio station, what would I play? What would I want to hear? And that's kind of how I am about this. You know, when I started it, I went through a couple of things. What do I want to do? Um, that kind of stuff. We've talked about it a little bit before, but I thought, well, what do I want to listen to? What do I want to hear? And it could be we could be serious at times. We're mostly silly, drinking Malort, of course, mostly silly, and that's kind of what it is. Just some regular guy just sitting in a studio, just having some fun, reaching out to some people to do the same thing, to just say, hey, get engaged, give me a call, give me a comment, send a text, whatever it is, because when we're live here, I reply to everything. I'll respond to everything. I respond to all your comments. Usually it's just right here on the air I'll respond. I'm not going to type any messages back. But, same thing with texting or, someone calling in. I love it. It's great. It's great because then it's just more than you and I. There's a couple of yous. There's only one I, but there's a couple of yous out there. So it's just about engagement. It's about having fun. Just creating, I don't know, the Ben Maynard family, I suppose. It's a little silly, you know. Um, so yeah, that's what we got coming up. I'm hoping for 2 guests next week. I'll let you know right now, no Friday Night Live. Taking next Friday off. Miss Catherine and I, we're going to drive out to the Coachella area, Palm Desert, whatever. We're going out to that area. We are going to a concert, and we are going to see a band called Voyage. They're a Journey tribute band, and we're going to go out there for that and have some fun. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It was, I don't know, last week, Catherine and I, we were talking, and gosh, I don't recall exactly what was going on. And somehow, I'm probably talking about Journey, of course, and somehow I brought up Voyage, and I actually went on YouTube and I played a video, or I played a song. The video is irrelevant, but played a song for Catherine, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, yeah!" And she says, "We should go see those guys." And I said, "Well, let's look up, let's see what they're doing." And lo and behold, they're going to be, fairly local anyway, within 90 minutes of us. So we're going to travel out there next week. We're going to go see a show. We're going to have a good time. So no Friday Night Live. So guys, take your ladies out. Okay? Go to dinner, have a nice steak, maybe some good Italian food. Yeah, whatever. Take care of your ladies. And you won't have to worry about date night with me. Okay? Sound good? All right. What did I want to cover next? Oh, yes. So look, I know because I see the analytics, the stats, whatever you want to call them, on this podcast. So I know where the target audience is. I shouldn't say the target. I know what my demographic is. I know what my audience is. I know that age range. And we're all kind of about the same. I'll tell you right now, I think that the demographic for this podcast right now is 45 to 64. Okay? And okay, great. because we're all right there. Um, so when I say this, most of you are going to know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows. Does everyone know who the Brat Pack is? Not the Rat Pack, the Brat Pack. Okay. Group of actors. They got dubbed that, and anyway, my point is, here's where I'm going with it. I saw this documentary last night. It just came out. It was just released. It's on Hulu, and it's called Brats. And it was written and directed by Andrew McCarthy. Some of you might be asking, who's Andrew McCarthy? Well, he was one of the quote unquote members of the Brat Pack. And it was really good. And I don't want to get into all of it because I just saw it last night, and I want to watch it again too because I really enjoyed it. And when that term came up in the mid '80s, you had a group of actors, Emilio Estevez, Judd Nelson, Molly Ringwald, Andrew McCarthy, Ali Sheedy, Demi Moore, Rob Lowe. They were kind of the core of this Brat Pack. You also had a little, like Anthony Michael Hall got dragged into this as well, a little bit. I'm trying to think who else. I'm trying to think who else. Yeah, I think that was kind of it. I don't recall, but they kind of got lumped in. And when that term first hit in the mid '80s, you thought it was kind of a takeoff on the Rat Pack, and rightfully so. You would think so, because all these actors and actresses were like 20 to 22 years old. So you had the Rat Pack with Sinatra and Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin, and there was Joey Bishop, and I think it was just the four. I can't recall, but they were older guys. They were in their mid 40s at the time they got labeled the Rat Pack, and yeah, that was their thing. That was a badge of honor. Well, when you first heard that, the Brat Pack in the mid '80s, you would think that it was kind of a badge of honor, but it wasn't. And that's what this documentary is about, what it goes into, and how that moniker affected the way they were looked at by movie makers, by media, and how it had an effect on not just their careers but their lives. And it was just really good. And Andrew McCarthy, he did a real good job with it. He got in touch with the actors, one at a time, kind of had one-on-ones with them, and they told their side of it and how things went down from their perspective. And it was just really good. And like I said, it was eye-opening. I was that's why I want to go watch it again. I want to take in some more of it. And because it was something else. They've all pretty much come out on the other side of it, in good shape. But yeah, it was just one of those things. And I thought, wow, I never thought about it at the time, but we know how things can go on. You know how things can happen in the media, and somebody says something, writes something, whatever it might be, and it can, tank someone's career, or have a real big effect on their lives. And this kind of touches on that. So it was really, really cool. I enjoyed it a lot, and I look forward to seeing it again. I do. I love my documentaries. I like seeing, I don't know. I mean, I like to stick with music documentaries mostly, but I I like my docs. So you should check it out. It's called Brats, and it's on Hulu. Okay, so if you've got Hulu, boom, check it out. It's really good stuff, especially if you are, like I said, you're almost all of us are. We're of the same. We're in the same demographic here. My audience is, so you should be familiar with it and go check it out. And I'm sure you'll enjoy it as well. And it'll take you back and make you think about those movies from that time period and make you think of, I guess it just take you back and you can remember all those good feels that you had then and all the things that it made you think of and how it affected you back then. It's like music. You hear a song and it takes you right back a lot of times to maybe the first time you heard it or at least the time that it had the most impact on you. Um, yeah, so all good stuff. Um, what else? What else? Oh, I am waiting for a phone call. I was hoping that Debbie would call. I don't even know if she's watching, but last week, I mean, as soon as we hit stop on the record, my phone rings and it's my sister-in-law Debbie. She usually watches this show, um, and she most of the time she'll leave me one or two comments during the program. She has. I don't think she's called in during the program. I can't recall. I think. Oh no, I think she did. She's called in once or twice, but but yeah, I don't know why she missed the window last week, and she called in right after we hit record. Oh no, I want you to drink, Ben. I want you to drink. But sorry, it didn't happen, Deb. So you're gonna have to make it happen tonight. Somebody is gonna have to make it happen, okay? Because I know someone's out there is watching. So all you gotta do is just call the number. It's right at the bottom of the screen, and the number is 909-268-5135. So call in, and I'll take a nice shot of this delicious, delicious Malort. Yeah. I mean, I got to take a drink of that because I don't have any cake to celebrate with. If you tuned in late, this is our 50th show. This is episode number 50. I think that's a huge achievement. Wouldn't you agree? And I was hoping to have cake and balloons and streamers and all that. Maybe even a couple of dancing girls coming in here. But no, it hasn't happened. Where's my cake? Whatever. Uh, so before the show started, I was downstairs. Catherine and I were having some work done around the house, and we've got people coming over and giving us bids on one thing or another, and we had a guy downstairs. He showed up at 4 o'clock, and we all know that Friday Night Live starts at 7 o'clock. So when the appointment was made earlier in the week, Catherine says, "Oh yeah, we got an appointment with this guy, and it's coming in." Actually, the appointment was initially at 4:30. Um, but he showed up at 4, and I wasn't even home at the time. My brother Jim, everybody knows Jim. Yep, he's kind of semi-regular on the show. He's seeing some of our family on our dad's side. Um, he's back in West Virginia, and so I am tending to his fish. And I don't mean fish in a little tank or a little bowl on top of your dresser. He's got a huge koi pond in his backyard. And there must be, oh, 20 to 25 koi. So I'm tending to them while he's gone, which means I have to feed them. And these guys are pigs. So that's what I was doing at the time the gentleman who was here earlier showed up. But I thought, okay, well, good. He's actually early. And so we'll get this done. And no reason why I shouldn't be back up and in studio by 6:30, prep for a half hour, make sure everything looks good, sounds good, so on and so on. Oh no, we went right up to the minute. We went right up to the minute. And I'll be honest, I came in studio to start this show, and him and Cather is still down in the dining room working out details on stuff. So it was just kind of funny, but it was cool because it gave me an opportunity to let him know that, hey, I do a podcast. And he was like, oh, really? Well, I like podcasts. What do you talk about? And I'm like, well, not a whole lot. So, but I think you guys know that I have, let me get it right here off the table. I have these coasters with the show logo. Yeah, I had these made a couple months back, and I have given some out, which is good. Don't know that it's helping, but hey, look, that's my calling card. I'm gonna hand these out. I'm gonna promote the show. So it gave me an opportunity to go down and give him a coaster. It's got the show on there. It says, hey, check it out, But I think I told you guys at the same time I had some stickers made, but I didn't know how they were going to turn out, so I had 3 stickers made. And it's the show logo, but I had them done in black. And they look fabulous. I put one on the back window of my truck. Not good. Because I have very, very dark tint on the back windows. Actually, on all the windows of my truck. So you have to pretty much get right up to the truck and squint really to see. So yeah, that was a bad call. You don't want to put a black sticker on a very dark window. No. So what I did was I reordered the stickers, and I think I don't know, I got a dozen or so, 15 of them, whatever it was, and I got them in white. And I'm going to show you. You won't be able to see, but that's them. But they're in white. But of course, the background is white too, so you can't see it. But it's there, and I'll tell you what. If you leave me a comment and ask me for a sticker, I'll send you a sticker. Okay? I'll even pay the postage on it, all right? But you got to leave me a comment, or you can call in and I'll give you a Ben Maynard program sticker, okay? Yeah. Big stuff, huh? Look. That's not bad for a show that has no budget, that I'm, trying to put together some swag. I have thought about t-shirts, but I didn't know how I wanted to approach that, because I don't want to order, even if it's a small number like 20 t-shirts. I want to make sure I have the right sizes. So I've been holding off on that, trying to figure out how I want to do it. If someone wants a t-shirt with the show logo on it, how do I want to approach that? Do I want someone to just, hey, send me your information, send me your size, whatever, and then go from there? I don't know. I don't know how I want to do that. It probably is certainly more economical to do it, order a batch at one time. But I don't know, we'll figure it out. Something's got to happen here. But I really want to get some t-shirts out to people. I've said it before. Word of mouth is the greatest form of advertisement. It really is. It's just tried and true. The reason why I don't have 100,000 subscribers, or the reason why I don't have even 150 subscribers is because the word of mouth is not spreading. That's what it is. So people, you got to do your job, okay? You watch the show, you listen to it. We have a good time, okay? At least I'm having a good time, but I know you're having a good time as well. Otherwise, you wouldn't tune in. You just wouldn't. You would. I wouldn't have the small numbers that I have. They're small, but they're my numbers. Okay, they're my numbers. So it's all good. But you got to go out in there and do your job. You got to spread the word. I tell you at the end of every episode, tell a friend. Okay, you just tell a friend. You tell one friend, then they're going to tell one friend, and it just keeps moving. And that's how we do it, from the bottom up. It's like uh, what do you call it? Gosh, I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought here, I guess. But it's it's a grassroots effort. That's what it is. Okay, so let's do it. Let's throw that sticker over there. So come on, let's get it done, people. Let's get it done. Okay, so we ran down the guests coming up next week. Today is Friday, the 14th. Today's Flag Day. Flag Day. Yeah, I hope everyone has a flag hanging outside your home. It's a beautiful flag, and we should celebrate it. It's a great flag. It's awesome. Um, so today is Flag Day. What happens Sunday? Does everybody know what happens Sunday? Sunday is Father's Day. Yeah. We want to celebrate Father's Day, right? We do. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are. If your dad is still here, celebrate him. My father passed away, I don't know, 26 years ago. So I don't have a dad. I don't even have a father-in-law to celebrate, okay? My father-in-law passed away 2 years ago. So I don't have a father-in-law to celebrate. I don't have a father to celebrate. I don't have grandparents because I'm too old to have grandparents. So if your dad is still around, celebrate him. Let him know how much you love him and appreciate him. Dads are special, and I talked about it a little bit when Mother's Day came around. Moms are the best. They are. They just are. Um, they're so vitally important to us. They're there for nurturing, you know. Um, Dads play a different role. Whether it's boys or girls, men or women, dads have a different role. Dads have always been seen as the uh, the stoic one of the family, the rock of the house, rock of the family, the provider. Even though, yes, of course, women are out there working and they're busting their butts too. And if you're not, and if you don't have a regular job and you're a homemaker, you're busting your butt too. But I'm just saying on the whole, that's how it's been. Dads have been known as the providers for the family. Go out there, provide for your family. Dads have been the ones that put the family on their shoulders. Got to have broad shoulders, figuratively, and broad enough to support that family. Dads have to be the rock. Dads have to be the strong ones in the family. And families with dads, with fathers in them, they hold together so much better. And I'm not saying it's because of dads, but dads, there's an influence that comes from your father that just doesn't come from your mother. Like I said, mothers have a completely different role, and I am not going to minimize that role at all because it's absolutely tremendous. And um, but the role of the father is just it's just different. It's different, and it's proven that when the family unit is together, they're what is it, traditional, what they call it, the nuclear family, I guess, that kids grow up better. So I'm not going to go on, I'm not going to get on my soapbox. All I want to make sure that I get across to everyone is celebrate your dad. Dads really, honestly, traditionally don't want much for Father's Day. We want to know that we're loved. We want to know that we're appreciated. We don't need to have, lavish gifts thrown on us. Uh, Dads like stuff like, I don't know, barbecues and a trip to the ball game, or just family time. That's what dads want. Sit back in the backyard on a nice day and with a cool beverage, doesn't matter what it is, if it's a beer, if it's a cocktail, if it's iced tea, lemonade, whatever it might be, and be surrounded by your family. That's what dads like. Dads like that stuff. Dads are the ones that, look, they show you how to cut the yard. They show you how to change your tire. You get a flat tire. Dad shows you how to change your tire. Dad shows you how to, and I'm going back a little bit, but you all know what I'm talking about because we're the same age. Dad teaches you how to change your spark plugs in your car, change the oil in your car. Oh, hey, wait a second here. Come on in. Come on in here. What do we get? No, come on in. Come on in. Look what I got, people.
There you go.
Yeah. Wait.
And look what it says.
Wait, hold on.
The future is bright. You're going places.
Wait a minute. What is this? Wait, hang on. Let me see here.
Congratulations.
Oh, on what?
Your 50th show.
Oh, congratulations on 5-0 on episode number 50. Woo! Oh, yeah. See, it's got two little signs that says the future is bright and going places. Wait, I'm going to put this. Wait, I have to step away from the microphone, okay? So let me step away from the mic. I'm going to show the camera, okay? This is cool. This is cool.
Wait, did you already do the shot?
I haven't done anything.
Wait, you didn't even take a shot
yet? Look at that. Look at that. Is that cool? No, why did I take a shot? Nobody's called in.
Oh, I thought you were going to.
No. No one's called in, so I hadn't had to drink any Malort.
Okay.
No. Oh, this is great. And it's chocolate. Hold on. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah. Wait, I don't want to screw everything up here. Let me get my stuff. I'm moving everything here on the table. I'm loving this. This is great. I got my cake. I
heard him screaming.
I got my cake.
Where's my cake and balloons? They had no graduation balloons.
Well,
congratulations or anything like that.
Did they have any dancing girls?
No.
Can you dance for me? Can you dance for all of us?
No.
What? You're a good dancer.
I know.
Yeah, and you're wearing a skirt too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, wait a sec. Okay, let me see. Oh, Dad is great.
You're just
Gives us the chocolate cake. No, I got.
Oh, you did? You got the cake? Okay.
Yeah, let me get some cake.
Fine.
Oh, so good. Oh, so good. Oh, thank you, my love.
You got no chocolate in your
mouth. I know. You're not supposed to talk with your mouth full, but I just did. On camera, and I could see everything was like dark because of the chocolate. That's great. Oh, yeah. I got my cake. Woohoo! I'm loving it. Let me just do that. Stick that fork in it. Awesome. Let me take a sip of water real quick, okay? Good stuff. So yeah, back to dads. They teach you how to build stuff. Doesn't matter how. Go-karts. Build a fence. Whatever. Dads are the ones that take you out to the ball field and teach you how to throw a ball. Teach you how to hit a ball. Stuff like that. Not this. Listen, again, I don't want. Not to say that there aren't any moms out there that could do the same thing. Yes, you could. There are. I know some. That's not my point. I gave you your moment on Mother's Day, okay? I love all you mothers, but we're talking about dads here. But but that's what dads do. That's their role. And let's not forget that. And let's not forget to to say I love you, dad, and I appreciate you. And thanks for all you've done for me, and thanks for all you have done or you did for our family. Um, yeah, just don't forget that, all right? And I guess I kind of bring it up a little bit. Hang on, I gotta take another bite of this cake. This cake is great. Uh huh. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Man, that's awesome. There it is. Wait. Oh yeah. I know you can't. For those who are listening, you can't see, but I'm licking the frosting off my fingers. All right, here we go. This is a big bite. Here we go. Ah. Oh. Uh huh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, good. Yeah. Mm. Good stuff. Yes. Oh, thank you, my love. Oh, is she? Oh, she is the best. She, meaning Miss Catherine, she is the best. And I know I probably have chocolate in my teeth here. Sorry about that, people. Mm, okay. Mm. Oh, all right. Um, I guess the reason why I gotta wipe my mouth here. I think I have chocolate in my mouth. Okay. So I guess maybe one of the reasons, and not the only reason, because dads do deserve their day. Um, and I was going to celebrate Father's Day anyhow. I was going to bring it up, but in doing that, thinking about that, I remembered, and I mentioned it. I mentioned it a couple weeks back. Everybody on the show, everybody knows Spaz. You know, great friend, and I mean, been on the show what 4 or 5 times, so everybody knows Spaz, and everyone knows because I mentioned a couple weeks ago that his dad passed away, and yeah, Benny passed away, and tomorrow tomorrow is tomorrow's his funeral service. So that's what I'll be doing tomorrow. I'll be going to the funeral, paying my respects to Benny, just loving that family because I do love them, and letting them know that I do love. They know, but no, I'm gonna go make sure they get some nice big squeezes from me. But what a day to have uh, funeral services. The day before Father's Day, and oh, that smells. Oh, that smells delicious. For those of you who are listening, you can't see what I'm doing, but I just opened I just opened a bottle of tequila, and uh, the brand on it is Cava de Oro. Okay, and it is absolutely delicious stuff. And I am going to. There we go. There's ooh wow. That's a that's a healthy pour right there. Um, like I said, not a great day for a funeral right before Father's Day. And this is going to be the first Father's Day that, you know, Spaz and his brother George and his um, his sister Melissa and his mother are not going to have Benny. So yeah, look, without getting sappy and everything, I wanted to make sure that here in front of my million listeners and even more viewers, yes, right, that I paid tribute to Benny going into Father's Day. He was such a cool guy. I told you he used to call me Jack Sigma. I told you that. I thought about it. I was like, oh man, let me find myself a Supersonics T-shirt or jersey and get Sigma put on the back of it. Oh, that would have been great. I would have wore it tomorrow. Couldn't do it. Couldn't make it happen. But it would have been the best. But anyway, yeah. So tomorrow will be tough, but if you could think about Spaz and think about his family, and keep him in your thoughts and your prayers. I'd appreciate that. But this is for you, Benny. This is some beautiful tequila. Because why would I want to toast anybody with some absolute swill? Okay, you deserve the best, and this is tremendous here. So this is to you, Benny. Oh man, that is delicious. Oh, that is so good. A far cry from the Malort. Absolutely a far cry from the Malort. Yeah. So let me see. Did we get a text here? Oh, yeah, no. We didn't get a text. Uh, but yeah, that's to you, Benny. Uh, I guess that's about it. All right. So you can knock one back if you'd like. We are going to have a just to let everybody know, we all you know that we've done some stout tasting, or we did not some, we did a stout tasting on the show. We also did an IPA tasting on the show. We are looking to do a tequila tasting on the show, just so that we can introduce some tequilas to the audience and share them with you, and then you can in turn go out, seek them out, and try them for yourself. We'll have that coming up. Not sure when. We haven't put anything on the calendar, but it is coming up, and we'll probably go through 4 or 5 of them, something like that. But it's coming. Yeah. But look, Father's Day is on Sunday. Don't forget that. Give some love to your dad. Uh, give some love to your grandpa. Give some love to a male role model in your life, who may be a father, or a father figure to you, whatever it is. Show some love to dads. All right. That is a wrap. All right. Cool. That's a wrap for Friday night, for date night. Guys, gals, you can go move on and do your thing as soon as we check out of here. Okay. So I'll close by reminding everyone that this program is available on on multiple podcast platforms like Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Spotify. Or if you just search the Ben Maynard program, you'll have multiple options to choose from. Just choose your option or go to Buzzsprout and go with it. All right. But again, if you're watching on YouTube because you just can't resist all this beauty in the studio, hey, what can I say? Then please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give me a thumbs up, and leave a comment. All right? Because you know that I will read them and I will reply. All right? Last but not least, follow me on Instagram, Ben Maynard Program. That is it. We are done. Thank you so much for being here on date night. We will see you next week, okay? Got some good stuff coming up. We'll see you next week. This is the Ben Maynard Program. Tell a friend.